North end zone. TCU has deployed 3 deep, and the middle man is Oliver. However, it's going to go Oliver in the end zone. He'll take it right on top of the E in the word Texas as we spell out Texas Aggies in that end zone. They've been averaging 423 yards in total offense into the ball game, 186 and 237 passing. Andre Davis is their big guy. He had 325 yards against New Mexico on 31 carries. He's rushed for 1,268 yards. He's caught passes for 466 yards this season. And he will not line up, however, in the backfield. They have him flexed off to the left. Woods, the fullback, is lined up directly behind Max Nocky. They're at the line of scrimmage. They have 3 wideouts on the left. Now they bring a third one back to the right. They're running back to the right. The ball's going to be caught at the 23-yard line off the tight end. That'll be Brian Collins off the tight end. Will catch it at the 22.5. He'll come out in a heavy eye. Coy Woods is their fullback, and Davis this time lines up at the tailback about 8 yards behind Nocky. And it's going to go to Davis, and he hits the 24, fumbles the ball, and let's see who got it.
The Aggies have it.
The Aggies did pick it up. At about the 28-yard line, apparently A&M has the football, but still no signal. Now they're saying that now TCU got it back. 3rd down and 2 for the Frogs. At their own 28, hash mark to the right side. Aggies with a 4-man front. Starting 3 in the ball game for the Wrecking Crew. Long count Nocky, straight drop, flare pass out here in the flats. They will pick up the first down to the 30, to the 40, 45, cuts it back midfield. Will be tackled at the 43-yard line to Davis out of the backfield in the flats to the right side. Dennis Allen chased him down.
Well, the Aggies are still concentrating on what they've been concentrating all year. That is stopping the run first. That time a little swing pass to Davis, and he turns it into a 29-yard first down.
So they get a first down at the Aggie 43 to Davis. Motion coming back. They may have crossed the line before the snap. No flag. Here's the handoff to Davis across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. He will pick up 5 on that. Larry Jackson will make the stop for the Wrecking Crew. Lead running back here is Woods, the fullback. Now he's going to break it and go in motion. And they're going to hand off to Davis. He hits the middle, bounces off the first man. Will not get away from the second and third. He'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage at the 41-yard line. Hit the first man a head up as he took it into the middle of the line, bounced it out to the right. Then the Aggies swarmed him at about the 41. Antonio Armstrong was there.
That time the Aggies with very good pursuit and quickness. They stop him and they keep him with that 2 or 3 yard loss, but he's a good running back.
3rd down, split backs, 3rd and 7 at the A&M 41. Oliver in motion back to the left side. Snap it, straight drop, Nocky. Looking right, throws the ball, caught. And did he make the reception? It's going to be at about the 33.5. It's going to be shy of a first down. And the pass was caught by Oliver. Come out and I with 2 tight ends and a receiver flexed out right. Pitch it to Davis. He will pick up the first down and a whole bunch more. Across the 25 down to the 20. Down to the 20-yard line goes Andre Davis. Larry Walker caught him from behind. The sophomore from Rust just made his 37th unassisted tackle of the season.
And we told you at the pregame show that half the time, half of the offensive plays, Andre Davis will touch the ball for TCU either with a carry or a reception.
Aggies will look at an I formation. Coy Woods is the fullback, and Davis stays as tailback. Nocky's going to hand it off to Davis. He's over the 20s, down to the 15-yard line. He took it up the middle and gets 5. It will be 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5 from the A&M 15. Favors hash mark to the right. They have a split back formation. Tight end, no tight end in the ball game. All wideouts. Throwing back left. Caught at the 8. Down to the 1. And it will be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Ball will be caught as they unstack there. They have taken this from the 20 and moved it down their own 20 down to the A&M 1-yard line. It's just inside the 1, 1st and goal. Again, they go with a 2 tight end formation and a split back situation in the backfield. And it's going to be a quarterback sneak by Nocky, and I'm not sure he got in. Nothing from the officials at this point. They're going to give him the edge of the goal line, but he did not break the play.
I wouldn't be surprised to see another quarterback sneak here.
Very impressive drive for the Frogs. A 29-yard pass to Davis, a 14-yard run by Davis, a pass up the middle. Here's the play. Quarterback sneak. Did he get in this time? Touchdown for TCU. Naki. They just drove 80 yards on their first possession, and they put points on the board. Does TCU at the 8:36 mark here in the first quarter to take the lead before the extra point at 6-0. Here comes the point after. And it's on its way, and they will be good on this by Michael Reeder. He's now 29 of 30 for the season. So we have a timeout on the field. TCU leads by a score of 7-0 over A&M with 8:36 remaining in the first quarter. This is the Texas Aggie Network.
And here's how they did it. The opening kickoff went into the end zone. TCU took it from their own 20-yard line. 11 plays, 80 yards. The key play, a 4th-and-1 conversion on which they gained 14 yards. The touchdown came on a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Max Naki. And at the 8:36 mark, TCU leads the Aggies by a score of 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Here comes the TCU kickoff, and they're going to squib it. It's very, very short. Fair catch called for by Chris Sanders at the 33-yard line. Straight up in the air. We have a flag down at the 35. I think TCU was offsides. That's the first opening drive that has scored against the Aggies all season. Nobody has taken the ball on the first opening drive and scored.
It'll be an interesting decision here for the coaches for the Aggies to decide whether or not they want to take the ball at the 32.5-yard line or make TCU try to kick it off again to a potential return by Leland McElroy. I'm going to make a prediction here that we're going to open this game with a bomb attempt to Brian Mitchell. We'll see what happens.
And where is he? He's flanker out wide to the right side. The Aggies will come out with Cliff Gross and Rodney Thomas as the running backs, and they will show TCU an I formation. Line of scrimmage, the 32.5. Long count. Play action. Drop back. Going to throw it deep over the middle. He has Mitchell down at about the 20, but it's incomplete. It's over his head. He was open, but he just overthrew it with the wind at his back. Bullock has hit 60% of his passes this season, 145 completions on 241 attempts. He's averaging 183.2 yards per ball game. Here's the second down and 10. And it'll be a delay out of the backfield to Rodney Thomas. Trying to skip it out here to the left. He's knocked down at the 35-yard line. And now the Aggies have an injured lineman, Jeff Jones, at about the 29-yard line. Jeff is the only player in the offensive line that has been there every single ball game. Did we get an official's timeout? Apparently we did. We'll take a break, 7-0. As we come back, the Aggies throw over the middle to the 46-yard line. Pass completed to Ryan Matthews. Throwing over the middle on 3rd down and 7 across the 50 to the TCU 46.5-yard line to Ryan Matthews, I believe. It might have been Byrne, but it looked like Matthews.
No, it was Matthews, and it's a first down inside TCU territory at the 46-yard line.
26th reception of the season for Matthews, good for 18 yards. Again, a draw out of the backfield. They hand it off to Thomas across the 45 to the 43-yard line. The TCU 43. Byrne wide right. He's outside of Matthews. He is a split end. Byrne's a flanker. The Aggies have Sanders as a split end left, an I formation. Rodney Thomas again to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 28-yard line. Over the right side, great blocking at the line of scrimmage, and then took it on his own all the way down to the TCU 28-yard line. Man full of hopes out of Bay City, the TCU tackler, but the Aggies have yet another first down.
And unofficially for Rodney Thomas, that gives him 20 yards for this ball game and will reach him the 3,000 yard mark in his career.
So I think he's the 4th guy to go over 3,000 yards as a ball carrier. Got to pitch it again to Rodney Thomas. Looking left side. Got past the initial TCU surge as he goes across the 25. Flipped up in the air down at the 24-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 5. I formation again. Thomas and Gross are the running backs. A&M has a tight end, McKeon, on the right side. Goes to Thomas once more. He's caught in the backfield. Stood up and then brought down at the 27. A&M will lose about 3 yards from the 24 back to the 27. Single setback. And a tight end left. Straight drop Pulling. Sets the pocket. Throws back to the right side. Caught by McKeon. Will have a first down. He's fighting for more yardage as he goes to the 15-yard line. McKeon, the tight end, set up right side. Caught the ball. Was wrapped up around the ankles and then tackled at the 15-yard line.
McKeon lined up on the left. He's going against the grain. He's wide open. Corey hits him between the numbers, and it's a first down at the 16-yard line.
Aggies now have converted on their first 2 third downs. They're 2 for 2 on third downs, and both of them 1 for 7, the other for about 9. Here's the handoff again to Thomas. Caught in the backfield. It's going to be dropped back at the 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3 from near the 15 back to about the 18-yard line. Flags come out, and they'll show a heavy eye. Ball equidistance between the hash marks. Play action. Pulling sets up, throws the end zone. Caught close for a first down. They're going to give him right at the point needed for a first down. He'll be a half yard shy. Mitchell caught it at the 6-yard line and was wrapped up immediately. Aggies will come out with a power formation with Clay and McKeon and the extra tight end Detrain Smith, and they're going to quarterback sneak it. It goes to Pulling across the 5 to the 4. And goal, Texas A&M at the TCU 4-yard line. But he just had positive yardage there. Picks up about 2 to the 4. First and goal. Again, the power formation with the extra running back. That's Smith, and the fullback goes in motion back left. It's going to go to Rodney Thomas. Starts inside, spins at the 3, goes to the 1. Started it inside, wanted to go outside, and then was caught, and then just kind of pushed himself towards the goal line and went down at the 1-yard line. We're going to have, if the Aggies can get it in here, roughly 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter of play. Here's the play. Second down and goal at the 1. Power formation again with the extra fullback. Hand off Rodney Thomas. Dives. He broke the plane. That's a touchdown for Rodney Thomas. That's number 16 for the season. And now with the extra point, the Aggies can tie the ball game. They just took it from their own 32-yard line, we'll call it. They will go 68 yards on that drive, and among other things, converted twice on third down. Here we are set and about ready to try this extra point for the A&M, for the Aggies. Here's the extra point, and this one's good, and the game is tied at 7. It's tied at 7 with 2:37 remaining in the first quarter. Both teams score on their first possession. We'll take a timeout now. This is the Texas Aggie Network. Here are the Aggies about ready to kick off Keith Wagaspak. So it's good to have Nick Sharp, who lives outside Heathrow Airport out of London. Here's the kick, sidewinder. It's the classic cruise kick. At the goal line, Oliver. He'll go down on a knee. They'll take it at the 20. Recap on the drive from Dave Elmendorf.
All right, the Aggies answer the opening score for TCU with a drive of their own. They took the ball from their own 32-yard line. They moved 68 yards for the touchdown. They got 3 third down conversions during that drive, and the touchdown came on a 1-yard plunge over the top by Rodney Thomas.
He's hit 60% of his passes this season. He's been intercepted just 5 times. First and 10 at the 20, single setback. Again, they're going to have, that'll be Davis. And it's a draw to the backfield to Davis. He hits the 24, and then he hits the 23 because he was hit head up by the Aggies' Reggie Brown. Hockey has passed again for 137 yards this season. Coy Woods lines up in the backfield, the fullback, and he'll get the handoff, hits the 25, fighting for the 27, and he's driven back to the 25. So Woods, the fullback, will get the 20. They're going to get him the 28-yard line. Aggies have won 25 home games in a row. This senior class has never lost a conference game. Split back formation, 2 wideouts on the left side of the ball. Nocky will throw under pressure. Ball's going to be caught for a first down and fumbled out of bounds at about the 31. Brassfield caught it and was driven out of bounds by the Aggies' Donovan Greer. They'll come out and show a light eye, and they put 2 men on the right side of the ball as receivers. Now they'll break that and go back left with Collins. Pump once, looking toward the sideline. Now Nocky will throw it away as he throws it into the ground at the 25 at the feet of Andre Davis, the tailback. There was a receiver there, but that was nothing more than just let's get rid of the football, don't take the sack.
He was well covered there, so Nocky had nobody to throw to under pressure. He just throws it away.
That's the first incomplete pass he's thrown today. He was 5 for 5. Now he's 5 out of 6. Here's second and 10. Draw out of the backfield. Went well by the Aggies. Right in behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss at the 29-yard line. They will hand off to Woods, the fullback, and Mitchell was right there on top of him here from the left side. Then Larry Jackson was also there. They are 2 of 3 on third downs. This is third down and and about 13 or so. Straight drop, Nocky. Pocket sets up at the 19. Throwing deep over the middle. Has nobody there. Well, they had somebody close, but it's thrown too far, and it goes incomplete at the Aggie 35. The intended receiver would have been Collins, and he was defended by Ray Mickens. That means that Bo Stevens, their punter, will kick into about a 15-mile-an-hour wind. Don't believe it's raining here anymore. If it is, it's very, very light.
Don't see any umbrellas.
Here's the snap, a little high, bad kick off the side of his foot, and we'll get, however, a TCU roll. It hit at the Aggie 40, went out of bounds at the 35. That's not a bad start for the second possession of the ball game for Texas A&M. Here the Aggies now first down and 10 at their 35-yard line after the punt by TCU. It goes to McElroy, breaks a couple of tackles, has a first down across the 45 to the 46.5. So McElroy in the backfield this time for the Aggies, and will pick up about 11 yards, and Charles McWilliams out of the secondary, one of their cornerbacks, made the tackle for the Frogs. Quarter's over with. We'll take a break. Game tied at 7 after one quarter. This is the Texas Aggie Network.
They are the women who broke to the ground and established themselves as productive and
got to see if Jeff Jones is back in that lineup, and he is. He's back in at the left tackle position, so Brandon Ward's out over the ball. The starting offensive line's in there. McElroy gets the handoff, and he's swarmed in the backfield. He'll lose about 4 or 5 yards back to the 43-yard line. McElroy stays in at tailback, and Detron Smith is the fullback. Play action, roll right, looking to Detron. Caught it at the 45. Catches the ball, goes to the 50, pushed out of bounds at the TCU 48-yard line. Caught it at the Aggie 45-yard line. Hunter Goodwin and Richard here on the right side of the ball on the offensive line. Collins and Jones on the other side. The Aggies are going to go out of a shotgun. Deep pocket. Now Pullick's forced out, throws the ball. It goes incomplete off the fingertips at the 45-yard line of the intended receiver as Pullick started to run toward the line. So it's punt time, and for the first time today, here's Sean Terry. So second possessions for both teams will end up in a punt. Here's the snap. It's a good one. They're coming up the middle. They tried to get to him. They didn't do it. Fair catch called for, and they'll take it at the 18-yard line. That will be, it'll be Oliver. So Oliver takes it. John Washington make it.
John Washington
for 30 yards on the punt, and they came right up the middle, had a chance to block that thing, and Sean Terry just somehow got it off. First and 10, TCU operating from their 18-yard line. Nocky rolling to his right, looking to throw. He will. It's going to be intercepted by the Aggies. How about it? Dennis Allen again. Dennis Allen with yet another interception. That will be his fourth of the season. He threw in, Nocky did, to double coverage toward the far sideline. Allen caught it, went out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
I didn't believe what I was seeing when Nocky threw this ball, because I could see the double coverage for the Aggies, the free safety over on that out pattern, but it was thrown. Dennis Allen reacting quickly back behind him and coming up with the interception. That will be his fourth of the year and will give him the lead on this Aggie defensive ball club in interceptions, and also give the Aggie offense great field position at the 24-yard line.
Against Nocky, only the sixth time he's thrown an interception this season. A&M will come out and they'll show an eye. It's going to go to Rodney Thomas, the tailback. Tripped up as he hit the 25, goes to the 21 for a 3-yard pickup. And now looking to cross 900 here today. He's already gone over 3,000 for a career. I formation once more. Tie it in right, McKeon. Pitch it left. Thomas looking for the corner. Breaks one tackle. He won't break another. He went to the 21-yard line. That was the line of scrimmage. And there's a flag down on the field. That'll move the ball. They'll take the penalty and move it back outside the 30 to the 31-yard line from the spot of the infraction. So it's going to be second down and 17 from the TCU 31-yard line. Pullick is the quarterback. Single setback will be Rodney Thomas. Play action. Throw it back left. Ball tapped up and then going to be caught by McKeon, and they're trying to pull him down the field, and they get him across the 20 to about the 18. There is a flag down back at the 24-yard line.
I believe this one's going to go against TCU for interference, but or perhaps a defensive holding, but we'll see what the officials call here.
McKeon caught it. There's going to be a holding against TCU. McKeon caught it, went to the 18. He had Ryan Matthews trying to pull him down the field. Automatic first down for the Aggies. on the holding against the TCU defense.
Smart call.
Dennis Allen intercepted the ball, and the Aggies have it now. Here's the handoff to Thomas, designed to go up the middle. He is swarmed at the line of scrimmage, and he was trying to get it to the outside, and TCU caught up with it. Lenoy Jones was one of those to get to him. And an unbalanced line to the left side. They'll hand off as they go to Rodney Thomas, and he makes it to the 19-yard line on a second down and 9 to the 19 when Rodney up the middle. And Thomas then will gain about a yard and a half. Now third down and 8. Here comes Wilbert Biggins out on the field. 11:35 to go in the second quarter. Split back formation. It's going to be Biggins and Thomas in the backfield. Two wideouts to the left, one to the right. Straight drop, Pullick. Throw it out in the flats. Dropped by Thomas at about the 22. Threw it to Thomas, trying to lead him a little bit too much and perhaps a little low. Rodney couldn't control it. Kyle Bryant is 4 of his last 5. This one from, I guess we'll call it the 26. So a 36-yard effort for the soccer-style kicker. Cole Reinitz, the deep snapper. The holder is Stormy Case. Ball is snapped, spotted down, kicks on its way. Looks like it has plenty of distance, and this one's good. And the Aggies now lead the ball game for the first time today, 10-7, with 11:18 remaining in the first half. We'll take a break. This is the Texas Aggie Network.
Restaurant invites you to look on the back cover of your Aggies, a Century of Football Tradition book, which can be purchased at any of your Texas.
And a straight drop. Now it's a delay out of the backfield to Davis. He has close for a first down. Hits a man. Stood up as he goes to the 38-yard line. Davis out of the backfield. Davis 1,268 yards rushing. Number 1 in the Southwest Conference in that category. They come out with a light eye. Nocky's going to quarterback sneak for the first down. He'll go to the 42-yard line. Both teams scoring on their first possessions today. And then a Kyle Bryant field goal follows a Dennis Allen interception. His 4th of the season. He now leads the team in that category. Split back formation. Tight end left Collins. Straight drop Nocky. Pumps once. Now he's being chased. Now will throw the ball. Incomplete. Trying to hit Davis. Or it'll be Woods, the fullback, at the 35-yard line. He was way behind the line of scrimmage. Being chased, I guess, back there by Larry Jackson. Second down and 10 at the 42-yard line. It's an I formation. Flanker left, split into the left side. Open side of the formation. Nocky takes the snap. It's going to be a draw to the backfield. Goes to Davis. He's tripped up as he hits the 42. Falls forward to the 45. Got it there last time. Split backs. They'll show a light eye. Two wideouts way out here to the left side. Now one in motion back toward the middle of the field. Snap it. 10-yard pocket. There is a flag down. They're going deep over the middle, and it's knocked away by Ray Mickens. Oh, wow. And a flag goes down in the secondary. That'll be against the Aggies, but I believe it's going to be offsetting penalties.
It will be.
I think TCU was offside.
I think they're in motion. I think the wide receiver going back towards the line of scrimmage was heading, moved toward the line too quickly, and that will be the penalty. It'll be a legal motion, and it'll be a pass interference, I suppose, against Ray Mickens, which I didn't see. It looked like he had great position.
Here's third down again. Three wideouts on the left side, the open side of the formation. Line of scrimmage, the 45. They're going to try to throw it up. They fake the screen. They throw over the middle, and the ball is led a little bit too much to Collins, the tight end, at the 40-yard line. Faked the screen to Davis, then threw back over the middle to Collins. Incomplete. That was a smart play, but it just didn't work. He has had 2 blocked. His longest kick is for 43. He's a junior transfer out of Dallas. He's standing at the 30. High on the snap. There's outside pressure. He steps into it, and he booms it. That's going to make the end zone. And then some. Wow. That will go some 55 yards. 55 yards. And will be brought out to the 20 then on the punt. First down and 10 for the A&M offense at the 20-yard line. The Aggies will put Smith and McElroy in as the running backs, and it will be play action. Rolling back left, Pullick throws, and it'll be caught at the 24, dropped at the 24-yard line. That will be Ryan Matthews. Today's game being brought to you in part by Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages, where people get what they want. Hand off to McElroy, looking for the left corner. He has a first down as he goes out of bounds at the 32. McElroy going wide left. A&M back to the line of scrimmage. Smith and Mack will stay in as the running backs. Tie it in on the right side is Clay. Handoff McElroy again. Little hole there. There's a flag down. I think the Aggies are going to get caught for a holding back behind the line of scrimmage. So back at the 20, it's first down and 21. They've got to get it out to, it's actually the 21-yard line. Got to get it to the Aggie 42. They'll try to do it through the air. Needs a block. He throws it back to the left side, trying to set up a screen to McElroy. Under pressure, Pullick throws it back left. Second down again, about 21 will be needed. I formation once more. On the ground to McElroy. Uses a stiff arm to get outside. Needs another block. Won't get it. He's bumped out at about the 30-yard line. Will pick up 9 yards. Again, must reach the 42-yard line. The A&M 42 for a first down. They'll show a shotgun. 2 wideouts, both sides of the ball. Smith stays in the backfield. Ball bounces over the shoulder of Pullick. Picks it up on a skip. Now starts to run down the field. Throwing deep. Has a man over his fingertips at the 30. That hit him on the shoulder pads. There's a flag down on the sideline. Oh, it's out here at midfield.
And I think that
at the 34-yard.
30. I think there's going to be an illegal receiver downfield. One of the linemen has probably gone past the line of scrimmage on this
TCU
play.
is clapping their hands. It's going to be against A&M.
Well, let's explain what happened. There was a penalty against the Aggies for
I don't
being
believe
downfield.
anybody can explain what happened.
I can. I think I can. Penalty against the Aggies for a legal receiver downfield. After the play, after Corey Pullick had gone out of bounds, there was a personal foul called post-possession, or not post-possession, I guess after the play was whistled dead against TCU. That's why the penalty was enforced, a 15-yarder against TCU, so the Aggies will have it first and 10 at the 42-yard line. I think that's what happened. That's the best guess.
Well, and you know, on the explanation they gave on that delay of game, it was not called, plus the personal foul, that they still didn't make sense. All right, anyway, it's first and 10, A&M at the 42. Play action. Pullick throwing back to the left. Wide open at the 50 is Sanders, spilled at the 48-yard line. Should be an A&M first down. The TCU 48-yard line. A hash mark left. It's Leland McElroy, the tailback. Detron Smith is the fullback. Snap it, hand it off. McElroy, stutter step. Big hole goes across the 40, down close to the 38. The Aggies have just picked up 20 yards on 2 plays. A pass to Sanders, and now a run to McElroy to the 38. Going to be awfully close for a first down. First down, Texas A&M. That will be number 9 at the TCU 38. Out over the ball, Ryan Kern now is the center. Here's the snap. McElroy has another nice hole. He's to the 30, pushing for the 28. Looks like a rugby scrum at the 28-yard line. They'll push him down at the 29. The Aggies have just gone 29 yards on the last 3 plays. 10, 10, and 9. Mitchell and Matthews go to the left side. Sanders is here on the right side. No change in the running backs. Snap it, hand it off, the fullback Detron. Detron will get the first down to the 27-yard line. Detron Smith, first and 10, 27-yard line. TCU's end of the field, I formation. McElroy tripped in the backfield. Nice play there by Royal West again. 4:33, first half, 10-7, the Aggies. At the line of scrimmage, Pullick behind Ryan Kern now, who's at the center position. Play action, throw back to the left, way up over the head of the intended receiver. That's Sanders at the 17-yard line. Here's the third down play now. Split backs. 2 wideouts to the left, split end to the right. Hash right, 29-yard line of scrimmage. Play action. Pullick sets up, throws the ball. And it's going to be caught by Sanders at the 10, leaping high in the air. The defensive back was soft on the play. Charles McWilliams was playing him back about 5 yards. Sanders stopped, went high, brought it down at the 9. First and goal, Texas A&M. Sanders used all of that 6'4" frame to go up and bring it down, and then he hit the turf at the 9. First and goal. Aggies with a tight end on the left. Handoff will go to McElroy. Got a lead block. Tried for the corner. 5, fighting for the end zone. Touchdown. Leland McElroy. Both the tailbacks now with touchdowns in the game today. And for the Mac attack, that will be number 9 this season. What an impressive drive for Texas A&M. They move at 80 yards. TCU running somebody out on the field in a hurry. Snap it, spotted down. The extra point is good, and the Aggies lead it by a score of 17-7 with 3:55 to go in the first half. We'll take a break, celebrating 100 years of football. You're listening to the Texas Aggies.
The athletic compliance office. We appreciate all that you do to support.
Pitch it to Davis. They're going to go to the right side. Turns the corner, has some yardage. He is knocked out of bounds across. No, he stepped out back at the 38. Washington is wide to the right side. Here on the left side, I think that's going to be Oliver. And they'll go with a light eye. Long count by Nocky. And he'll hand off again to Davis. Swarmed in the backfield. He will get the line of scrimmage a half yard more. He was hit in the backfield, spun away, and then the Aggies nailed him real good. Antonio Armstrong. Boy, he has been a good one, and he'll be another one of these young men that'll be missed, not only for his football, but also just for the kind of young man that he is. Here's 2nd down and 10. And again, a delay out of the backfield to Davis. There's a nice hole here on the left side. He's going to try to spin away, and boy, he drug one of the Aggies with him across the 45 to about the 47. That's a yard shy of a first down. Aggies lead 17-7. Wood and Davis are the running backs. It goes to Davis outside right across the 50. They've picked up a first down to the Aggie 48-yard line. They'll pick up 4. TCU Davis.
Well, they've got incentive because they have an opportunity to go to the Cotton Bowl in the right circumstances. If they were to beat Texas Tech next week, and I think if Texas beats Baylor, then they would represent the conference in the Cotton Bowl. Of course, they have to get by the Aggies first.
2 wideouts on the left side. They have a split in now. They've stretched him out a little bit more short side to the right. Timeout TCU, something that Nocky notices he doesn't like. We'll take a break. TCU called the timeout. Now we're ready to play again. 1st down and 10 at the Aggie 48. Pitch it. Davis back to the left, looking for the corner. Will be hit at the 42. Goes out of bounds at the 40. 2nd down and a yard. Split backs, 2 wideouts to the left. Now motion Oliver, one of the wideouts on the left side, going back to the open side of the formation. Nocky, 7-yard pocket. Hit by one man, pumps, throws over the middle, and he led his man Oliver by too much at the 35-yard line, and an official went down as he was hit by, I guess that was Reggie Graham, I think, that hit him. Now through the air, he is 5 of 11 is Nocky. 3rd down and 2. Tied into the left side. They're going to keep it on the ground, and it will go to Davis. Davis turns his back, then churns the legs and goes to the 37 for a first down. Tucker wide right in the slot. And they got a new man out there. We'll pick him up in a moment. He's slot right. Split backs now come out in a light eye. Rolling right, Nocky. Setting up, throwing toward the sideline. It will be caught by Tucker. Good enough for a first down at the Aggie 27-yard line. TCU used a timeout. They have 1 remaining with 1:10 to go in the first half. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the Aggie 27. On the ground, Davis again. We'll go to about the 24-yard line. To the 24 on the carry, Andre Davis, brought down by Reggie Brown. 2nd down and 6 after the timeout. TCU at the line of scrimmage. Straight drop, Nocky lifting one toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. Mickens trying for it. He had a receiver behind him. The receiver ran into Mickens and knocked him down. Both are going for the football. The official on the sideline will throw the flag. Let's see which team it's against. Defensive or offense? Oh, I can't believe it. Defensive pass interference against Mickens, who was in front of the receiver going for the football, and they call it against Texas A&M, and in reality it should have been against Oliver of TCU. I don't want to go along with that at all. Well, she'll have to live with it. It's been made and it'll stand. It's 58 seconds until halftime. 17-7's the score. TCU 1st and goal now at the Aggie 8. And if anything, it probably should have been against Oliver or a no call at best. That's definitely not defensive pass interference. Here's Brassfield wide right. They have a tight end Collins on the right side. They will will come out in a heavy I. Woods and Davis are the running backs. Nocky, pitch it to Davis. He's going to throw a halfback pass. Under pressure, he's going to be sacked back at the 19, and there is a flag down. The Aggies, I think, got him by the face mask.
I think you're right, Dave.
Aggies got him by the face mask back at the 19 on a halfback pass.
Well, somehow this one went from the 20-yard line down to the 4-yard line. I'm not sure how it happened. I'm not sure the officials know either.
First and goal, TCU at the 4-yard line. Ball equidistance between the hash marks. See if the Gags can get a turnover. Pitch it to Davis. Looking to the right corner. Cuts it back. Goes to the 3. Gang tackled at the 3.
And the clock is running. TCU has no timeouts. We're down to 30 seconds now.
They'll have to step back and
he
throw
doesn't have
one
a timeout. He's trying to call one.
He can throw it into the turf.
But he's trying to call a timeout.
No, he was calling for a play. He was calling for a play or giving a play on the far side. Now there's 18 seconds, 17 seconds. He may want to throw one into the turf here. Second and goal from the 3. Split back formation. Takes it. There he into the turf and stops the clock. It'll be third and goal from the 3 with 9 seconds to go.
Well, now what TCU will do, they'll try a pass into the end zone with 9 seconds, and if it's incomplete, they'll attempt the field goal on 4th down.
Here's Nocky from the 3 on 3rd and goal. Straight drop, throws, and it is incomplete into the end zone. Stop it with 6 seconds to go, and now the field goal team out on the field. Here's Reeder at the 10 on the field goal. A 20-yard effort back to the left. Field goal's on its way. And he made it. And we've got 3 seconds to go before the half runs out. Let's see if they don't squib it. They will. And it will be picked up on a bounce at the 22 by Mitchell. To the 30, 35, to the 40. Tackled at the 42. And the ball was fumbled, but time has run out here in the first half. We're at halftime, and it's 17-10. Texas A&M leading TCU. And we'll continue in a moment. This is the Texas Aggie Network. First half offense, 165 total offense for A&M, 155 for TCU. And here comes the kick. And again, they're going to kick it short. Sidewinder, fair catch. Nope, no fair catch. At the 25, they got a fair catch called for by McElroy, who took it at the 25. However, one of the upbacks, and I think it might have been Cliff Gross, called for a fair catch. All right, the Aggies then have the ball. First down and 10 at their 26, leading the game 17-10. No time off the clock on the fair catch. Ball is snapped, dancing around. Pulling, throws back this way, trying to hit Thomas out of the backfield at the 25. It's incomplete. 4 seconds having elapsed, run off the clock here to start the third quarter. I formation. Cliff Gross, handoff Rodney Thomas. Got by the first man, won't get by the second. He's going to lose to the 25-yard line. Shotgun, 3rd down and 11. The Aggies in 3rd downs in the first half were 5 of 7. Rolling right, looking to throw. Pulling, lets fire, has Chris Sanders caught at the 40, 30, 25, run out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Sanders on a rollout from Corey Pulling. Great protection in front of him as he let fire, and on the run, Sanders caught it. Great timing on that one.
4 wide receivers in the ball game that time. Corey rolls to his right, got a great block by, I think, John Richard out on the corner to leave him wide open. Nobody close to Corey Pulling from TCU. He finds Sanders, who is the middleman in the flood pattern, picks up a great gain down the 25-yard line in TCU territory. That pass good for 46 yards.
Hit him all the way down at the 24.5-yard line. Hash mark right. I formation. Handoff Thomas. Checking out. He grabbed by the jersey. Was checking out the right side. Royal West caught him by the jersey and drug him down to the 26. Sanders and Brian Mitchell go to the left. Mitchell's in a slot. McKeon is the tight end. The Aggies have a light eye. It's 2nd and 11. Operating at the TCU 25. Set up on play action. Throw back toward Mitchell. Ball is almost intercepted and then incomplete down around the 2. Intended for Mitchell. 1-800-341-1522. No shotgun. 3rd down and 11. The Aggies operating at the 26. Play action. Pulling steps up in the pocket. Throws the ball. Caught by Sanders. Touchdown over the middle. Oh, that was kind of a Pulling looking and seeing Sanders. I'm going to run. No, wait a minute. Here's Chris Sanders. I think I'll throw it.
Oh, what a nice touch by Corey Pullick. He found Sanders in between three TCU defenders. A nice touch on the pass. Had to get it over the first one. He drops it into him at about the 5-yard line. Sanders dives into the end zone for the touchdown from 26 yards out, and the Aggies lead it 23-10. Kyle Bryant out to kick the extra point.
Not only a touchdown, but another third down conversion. This one converted and a first down, converted into a touchdown. 7 of 9 on third downs now.
And Sanders will go over the 100-yard mark in receptions, 4 for 106.
He'll check against his record. Here's the extra point. It's good. And the Aggies have just made it 24-10, up by 2 touchdowns over the Frogs of TCU at 13:19 to go. Didn't take long to get it in the end zone on that possession. First possession of the second half, A&M scores. First possession in the first half, they scored as well. He's got his best performance in yards here on how many receptions?
4
again?
for 106.
Way to go, Chris Sanders, the senior out of Austin, really finishing in a flurry here in his final game. Here's the Wagas Pack kick. High bouncer. The 6 by Colors back to the 20. Up the sideline, got a little seam there, and he spilled as he hits the 35-yard line and goes rolling out of bounds. That took about 1 minute and 41 seconds off the clock to score that touchdown. Now TCU touches it for the first time in the second half, 1st and 10. They're going to go on the ground. It may be Woods. It is Woods, the fullback. He gets 2 to the 38 from the 30, make it the 39-yard line. Wide out here on the left, split back. Snocky is under center. Motion from one of the right outs on the right side. Oliver slows up. They snap the ball. Throws to the sideline. Wide open at the 45. Out to the 50. Now into Aggie territory. And out of bounds at the A&M 43. Goes to Oliver. First down and 10. And first downs. That will be number 12 today for TCU's offense. I formation. And it's a draw out of the backfield. Caught, slowed up is Davis. Now he's whistled. They still haven't gotten him down. He loss of 2 on the play. Split end to the left. Line of scrimmage, the 46. They need the Aggie 33. Long count. Pitch it right. Davis got by the initial man. He'll get what he lost a moment ago as he stopped at the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 10. TCU at the Aggie 43. Motion from Collins back toward the middle of the field. Straight drop. Nocky. Deep pocket. Looking left. Throws. And it is a one-handed catch. Caught at the 35. Not enough for a first down. That's an open field tackle by Reggie Brown, who was isolated on Davis. 4th down and 2. The Aggies making some adjustments as TCU comes to the line of scrimmage. Oliver goes in motion to the open side, back to the right. Long count, Nocky on the play action. Rolling right, Nocky being chased, throws, and it is complete or incomplete. Completed at the Aggie 29-yard line, and I think it's going to go to Brian Collins. Collins caught the ball and was hit out of bounds at the 29.
But a nice pass out there. Good touch out in front of Collins, the receiver. First down, TCU.
They have a slot left and a wide out almost on the sideline of the open side, and it's a draw to the backfield to Davis, and he just fumbled the ball, and the Aggies have picked it up, or have they whistled it dead? Let's wait a moment. The Aggies have picked it up at the 23, and apparently they're saying it is a fumble, and I think right now there's going to be a discussion here.
No, they're going to go with it. Here we go. Aggies have the football.
I'm gun shy on these
guys. They're not in any hurry, are they?
At the 23-yard line, a fumble by Davis, and that stops the drive, and the Aggies get the second turnover of the day. Michael Hendricks picked it up on a bounce, and then he was tackled at the 23. Single setback, 2 wideouts right, great blocking right side. Goes to Rodney Thomas. He'll make his way to the 25. That looked like it was going to be a big play, and then all of a sudden TCU just shut it down.
Rodney has 28 yards on 14 carries.
Well, they've done a job on him today. It's second down and 8. Aggies must get close to their 34 for a first down. 2 wideouts to the open side. That's to the left. Play action. Pulling, dancing around, still dancing. Good protection. Now he's looking down the field and will be run out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Now here comes an opportunity, another 3rd down conversion. The Aggies are 7 of 9 on 3rd downs today. The last conversion ended up on a touchdown. Here's the 3rd down play out of a shotgun. Rolling to his left. Pulling, looking down the field. He'll throw, and it's dropped at the 35-yard line. That's Mr. Go-To, Chris Sanders. He was leaping in the air. 29-yard punt, his only effort today. He's standing at the 8 line of scrimmage, the 21. Their return man is at the 42. Snap is about waist high. Here's the kick. It's off to the left side, taken on the run at the 50 and then falling down at the Aggie 49 will be Washington. John Washington, not a long kick there at all. That's just 30 yards off the foot of Sean Terry. So great field position. TCU fumbled the ball at the Aggie 24. A&M recovered. And then the Aggies punted back, and there's a difference here of 26 yards. The Frogs get it after the punt at midfield. So rather than having it at the 24, they get it back at the 50. Colors is the lead back. They're going to pitch it right to Davis, looking for that corner. Big hole down the sideline he goes. He has a chance to score at the 20. Bumped out by Hurricane Hendricks. The official mark will be at the 12-yard line. Davis took it down the sideline. He was at a dead run when he turned the corner right, and will take it some 38 yards down to the Aggie 12-yard line. And here they are right back at the door. First down and 10 at the 12-yard line. Ash Wright pitch it again to Davis. Cuts it back inside, caught in the backfield. That'll be Brandon Mitchell. Will catch him at the 15-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress, however. At the 13, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, lost a yard. I guess it was at the 12. Back to the 13, lost 1 yard. One of the few times today that Davis has been dropped for a loss. They have a flanker on either side of the ball and two tight ends. Hollers on the left side and Collins on the right side. Second down and about 11. It goes to Collins again. Make it Davis, and Davis goes to the 11. He will pick up 23 seniors playing their last game. Trying to win this one. Keep that unbeaten home string alive and to push it to 26. They've never lost at Kyle Field. They've never lost a conference game. Split backs, 3rd and 9. Hash right from the 11. Here he is, Nocky under a lot of pressure. They'll be caught, and they'll go to the 5, and we got a flag down where? Flag down at the line of scrimmage. Caught down to the 5 out of the backfield. That ball was caught by Woods. Flag is on the turf at the 11-yard line, and it's against TCU.
I didn't see the signal. I just saw him pointing at TCU. It looked like a legal procedure.
Nocky slaps his hands together, and they break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. Split backs on the left side, Davis on the right side, Colors. Two wideouts to the left side. Nocky, short count, very shallow pocket, throwing toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone by Ray Mickens. He went down on a knee. He's running back to the left side. Great block on the corner. Now he goes down again. He was down on a knee when he intercepted the ball in the end zone. The Aggies get it at the 20-yard line on the interception by Ray Mickens, his second of the season. Aggies break the huddle after the Ray Mickens interception in the end zone. They bring it to the 20-yard line. First down and 10. Smith and McElroy are the running backs. And it goes to Leland McElroy. Hitting the backfield, breaks the tackle, goes to the 24 for a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, Ray Mickens did a great job of coming off of his coverage. He had the short man, and I don't know who had the deep man, but Ray came off his coverage. He saw the throw, and Nocky never saw him coming back to pick off the football. Third turnover for the Aggie defense.
Second down and 5. And again to McElroy. He hits head into Mike Moulton. And he stopped at the 25-yard line. Third down and 5. Right half is Thomas. Left half is Biggin. Straight drop. Throw it in the flat. Much to Thomas. It bounces and it's incomplete. Threw it too far in front of him. 2 punts today by Terry, 29 and 30. He takes the snap standing at the 11. Line of scrimmage is about the 25. They are coming up the middle, but he got the kick away and it sails high in the air, and it's 2 players running into each other. 2 of the TCU players run into each other. Ball is
there's a flag down.
2 flags are down. The ball is not fielded, and it bounces back up the field to the 49 in A&M territory. They're going to spot it now at the 49-yard line.
5-yard halo violation.
They decline it. They'll take where the ball was killed at the Aggie 49. Didn't hit that one real well. First and 10 at the 49. It's kicking into the wind now. So that had a little bit to do with it. Then it got a TCU bounce as it hit about the 45. And it's play action. Nocky under some pressure. Will throw the ball. He's getting rid of it. He throws it into the TCU bench. She had 2 receivers on the sideline, Collins and also John Washington. Second down and 10 once more. Aggie 49, TCU. Davis, pitch it, coming to the left side, trying to string it out, cuts it back inside, hit at the 45, got 4. They will be third down and 6 when they come back.
24th carry for Andre Davis. He now has 127 yards, having a big day again. Of course, he's had a big day against just about everybody TCU has played.
127 yards today. He's going to approach the 1,400-yard mark for the season, perhaps when this game is over. He's getting close to that figure now. Here's 3rd down and 6. Big play. They have 2 wideouts way out to the right. That's the open side of the formation. 2 setbacks and a split end to the left. The Aggies are coming up the middle. Here's Nocky. He's going to be sacked back at the TCU 47-yard line. Nocky straight drop, sacked by the Aggies.
Antonio Armstrong.
See Walker and Armstrong on the sack. They'll share in that one, and it goes back to the 47, and they'll have to punt the ball away. Here is Stevens to punt the ball away. 35 and 55 are his punts in the first half. Way high. Jumps up, brings it down. Here's the punt taken at the 16. No fair catch. Mitchell coming back this way. 20. Needs a corner block. Got it. 25, 30. Out to the 35. Hit from behind. Or is that McElroy? That's McElroy.
Mickens, I think.
Of course it is.
Ray
24, Ray Mickens. So Mickens on the return. Back to the 38-yard line. Not 34, but 24.
He got in the way of the TCU cover man just enough so Ray could get upfield, and he got it out to the 39-yard line.
Ryan Kern continues to be in at center, and it has nothing to do with an injury. Ryan Kern is one of the seniors, and he's just getting playing on. They're going to have play action, throw it to the sideline. That's almost intercepted at the 45.
Just got the official attendance. It's 58,113. Thanks, Ags, for coming out and seeing this final game of the 94 season.
Here is the 2nd down play, and that same 10 on the ground. It goes to Thomas. 40, 45, falling forward to the Aggie 48-yard line. That's close for a first down if they're going to spot it outside the 48. Here's A&M on a 3rd down and inches. Snap it, hand it off to Pulling. He's sneaking for it, and he's going to get it if the official on this side spots it where he's walking, and that's going to be at the 49-yard line. Gross and Thomas are the running backs.
Unbalanced line.
Tied in is Clay. Pitch it left. Cutting it outside. Cuts it back inside. Bottled up. Everything was taken care of over there by the team. Single setback. The Aggies show a light eye with 2 wideouts here to the right side on the 2nd down. And it's a handoff again to Thomas, and the Aggies will see him dropped in the backfield. And he is dropped there by Royal West. TCU had 3 great opportunities with starts at near midfield, turned it over twice, and the last time had to punt the ball away. Here's the 3rd down play. Single setback. Roll right, looking down. Pulling catches, will throw the ball, and it'll be caught at the 47-yard line in TCU territory by Brian Mitchell. Not enough for a first down. A&M will have to punt. Sean Terry's last punt, 24 yards. Kicking again into the wind. Line of scrimmage as the 47 takes the snap from center at the 39. Great kick. Will hit at the 5 and bounce back to the 10. Killed by Detron Smith at the 10-yard line. Nice kick. Aggies lead by 2 touchdowns with 1:18. Only 1 minute and 18 seconds with the wind at their back. TCU here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 at their 10. And it's a draw, delay out of the backfield to Davis. Caught at the line of scrimmage. He'll get maybe a yard. Davis. Best day of the year was their 2nd game of the season against New Mexico as he rushed for 324 yards. They faked the screen and a pass in the backfield. They're going to try a screen right on the fake, screen left. They throw it, and the receiver was knocked down, but he's in the backfield when the ball arrives, and it goes incomplete. Rushing today, 128 yards for TCU, 98 passing yards. 3rd down, 9. Ags coming, and it's a draw out of the backfield to Davis. He is bottled up, caught for a moment, gets away again, now dropped at the 10. He was caught back inside the 10, got away from one man, and then dropped at the 10, and now they're going to have to punt the ball from their 10-yard line. Dennis Allen was the man who finally grabbed Davis and go. And if they don't hurry, they're not going to get the kickoff here. There's 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They're going to have to kick into the wind. They're going to have to kick into the wind. Time just ran out. They will punt into the wind from their 10-yard line. Ags have a chance to get good field position on their first possession of the 4th quarter. We'll take a break now with the Aggies leading at 24. For the Frogs, this is the Texas Aggie Network.
Conference games can register in the lobby of D. Raleigh White to be eligible to take one shot from half.
And Stevens will take this one about 5 yards deep in the end zone. It is 4th down and 10. Be interesting to see if A&M may have the rush on here. Where's Biggins?
He's,
I don't know if that's him on the right side.
Maybe
or
on the
not.
right side. Yeah, it is. That's Biggins on the right side.
They won't get there. Boy, they almost did, and it's a kick off the side of his foot, and it's going to hit out of bounds at about the 40. Where's the official mark now?
Right at the 40-yard line.
It's 1st down and 10. The Aggies at the TCU 40, and it will be their first play of the fourth quarter here in the second half. 1st down and 10. I formation. McElroy's the tailback. He'll get the pitch. Turns the corner at the 40. Tries to put a juke here on McWilliams. Can't do it. He'll pick up yardage to the 36. And it's 2nd down and 6 at the TCU 36. Hash mark to the left side. The Aggies have a light I. Snap it. Give it in here to McElroy. Caught in the backfield. Smothered back at the 40. Loss of 4. He gained 4 on 1st down. Will lose 4 on this play.
That time a blitz from Lenoy. The outside linebacker blitzed right into the play. It never had a chance.
Trips formation on the right. Single set back in Detron Smith. Very shallow pocket. Throw the ball. Caught for a 1st down. McKeon, the tight end, is going to be tackled at the 27. He caught it. Was hit immediately. Throwing on 3rd down toward the right hash mark. It's completed. McKeon's the tight end. Mitchell's in as a receiver. Also have Kevin Byrne in. It's an I formation. Detron Smith and Leland McElroy. Pulling behind center, Ryan Kern. It's going to go to McElroy. Inside, now back outside, 20, 15, 10, running for the end zone. Touchdown! Leland McElroy will go some 27 yards for a TD. Leland McElroy gets his 2nd touchdown of the day and his 10th of the season. And he now has 23 for his career. 27 yards on that scamper. Started inside to put a little move on somebody about the 20-yard line, and then was hit as he went into the end zone at about the 1. And the Aggies now have made it 30-10 at the 13:41 mark here in the 4th quarter, trying to make it 31-10. Kyle Bryant with the extra point effort. Stormy Case to hold. The kick is good, and now the Aggies are up by 3 touchdowns over the Frogs. We'll take a break. Celebrating 100 years of football, you're listening to the Texas Aggies.
Who was the pass completed to on the 3rd down?
Wagaspack kicks it off. And about a yard deep in the end zone, taking it on a bounce after going through his arms will be Oliver, and then picking it up, going down on the knee. They'll take it on the touchback. Will the TCU offense after the Aggies hit on a 27-yard touchdown run by Leland McElroy to make it 31-10. 1st down and 10 at the 20. Let's see what the A&M defense does now with that 21-point lead. Nocky scampering around, skips it into the turf, incomplete to Brassfield here on this side at the 21-yard line. They had used a timeout, as you'll recall, back in the 3rd quarter, and that leaves them with 2, and they probably didn't want to burn one there. Aggies are coming on the blitz, and it is a handoff in the backfield to Davis. He's wrapped up at the 16-yard line. May give him the 17. Antonio Armstrong. Jackson and Mitchell stay in, but now Keith Mitchell on a 3rd down and about 13 brought in, and he's out here on the left side. A&M may be coming up the middle again. Now they're dropping back off. There's a flag down. Nocky is rolling around. Will throw the ball. Will be caught. Not enough for a 1st down. And incomplete. They ruled incomplete. Apparently dropped it as soon as he caught it. And apparently A&M may have had somebody line up with their helmet across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they must have been lined up in there. We didn't see anybody jump, but this will give TCU another opportunity at a 3rd down conversion.
5-yard mark off. Aggs lined up offsides. Come out with a light eye. 2 wideouts to the left side. It's the open side. Now Collins is going in motion toward the middle of the field. Straight drop Nocky. 10-yard pocket. Now being chased back at the 5. Throws, and it's caught on the sideline by defensive line coach Bill Johnson.
Good hands, Bill.
He caught it, and then the receiver Washington actually kind of grazed by him a little bit. 4th down and 8. Gonna angle it back for the left side, and it'll nose up into the wind. Mickens at the 42, looking for the sideline, and we'll take it up the sideline and bumped out at the TCU 43. Took it at the 43, ran it back to the TCU 43-yard line. So on that last series for the Aggies in which they scored, it was Matthews who was wrapped up and made the big reception. So not McKeon. So we'll credit Matthews' record. Here's the snap of the ball and the handoff to Rodney Thomas, dancing left and right. Now he tries it right back up the middle, and he got a yard to the 41. Thomas stays in. The fullback flexed out to the right side will be Cliff Gross. Play action. Pullick looking to the far sideline. Caught on the sideline for a first down by Ryan Matthews at the 31.5-yard line. First down and 10 at the TCU 31. Looking for a big knockout punch here. Thomas caught. Oh, he was about a step away at the 29-yard line. Caught from behind by Reggie Anderson by the ankle.
Uh-oh, I think we're going to see a reverse here to Wilbert Biggins. He's lined up as a wide receiver. That's
over on the right side, which is the open side of the field. We'll watch it. Going to pitch it. Goes to Thomas, and it is an end around. Coming back to Biggins. Biggins is wrapped up as he gets about 4 yards or 3 yards on the end around Wilbert Biggins. Matthews is the inside man. Mitchell is the outside man on the right. There's also a receiver in that slot. May have been Rodney Thomas. It is. Dropping back to throw the ball. It's going to be caught down at the 11-yard line, at the 18-yard line. At the 11 by number 18, Brian Mitchell caught the ball, and he was down at the 11. TCU saying that it was fumbled, but they say he went down at the 11-yard line.
Brian Mitchell has, 3 catches for 34 yards.
A&M on the hash to the right side will show an I formation and 2 tight ends. Thomas in the backfield, dropped at the 15-yard line. They'll give him the 14. But
same old Royal West. Boy, he's a load. What a good player he is.
So Brooks and West are doing quite a battle here. Going to throw the ball from the 20. Throw it. Caught by Thomas, and he will advance it down to the 7-yard line. That was a release pass there. That was the safety valve to Thomas. Pullick was wrapped up and going down as he threw it. Thomas caught it. Sanders and Mitchell on either side of the ball as the wideouts. Also have Matthews in there. Thomas is flexed out. Rolling to the left. Pullick, pressure from behind, throws. As he now incomplete into the end zone to Brian Matthews. Into the end zone. Matthews was going down. That's going to be Brian Mitchell. It's 18, not 81. And it's now snapped, spotted down. This kick is in the record books as his second of the day and his 17th of the season. He's now 17 of 24. The Aggies have just made it 34-10. 34-10 with 8:18 remaining in the game. We'll take a break. This is the Texas Aggie Network.
$50 annually to the Women's Athletic Program.
The Aggies will be on their way to their 22nd consecutive win over TCU. It's an end-under-end cruise kick, a little short, taken by Oliver at the 10 to the 15 to the 20, coming to the sideline, breaks it back toward the 30, caught from behind Teifel McMullen as he drags that whole group of both TCU players and Aggie players to the 39-yard line. Here's TCU and a first down and 10 in the backfield. That may have been, it was Woods, the fullback, to the 41. He got 2. Second down and 8 after a TCU timeout. They have 1 remaining. Nocky takes the snap. He's rolling to the left, looking back in this direction. High in the air, caught in the backfield by Davis. To the 45, the 50, the 45, spilled at the Aggie 41-yard line. Started back to the left, turned around. Nocky then crossing up the Aggie defensive coverage. First down and 10. Total offense now is, we'll get it here in a moment, it's over 220 yards for TCU. Pitch it to Davis, trying the right side, gets 2 to the 38. Outside on the right with the pitch to Davis. Split backs, 2 wideouts to the left. Motion coming to the short side from Oliver. Nocky with a long count. 4-yard pocket. Throws it to the left side. Caught by Washington at the 30. Cuts back to the right to the 20, down to the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. Nice bit of running after he caught the ball by John Washington and got by Steve Kinney. And Steve had, I guess it was Steve on the sideline originally, had to chase him down to make the tackle. Good for 32 yards. They go 19 yards and then then 32 yards on their last 2 plays. It is 34-10, under 6 minutes to go in the game. I formation, 2 tight ends and a full house backfield. Davis hits the left side, and he is stopped. And will pick up 3. Will be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. And playing his final ball game. Here's 2nd down and goal from the 3. Davis cuts it back left side. Touchdown. Andre Davis takes it to the right. Wanted to go wide right, then cut a little bit back to his left, and Davis will score his 9th touchdown of the season. And that at the 5:09 mark.
Number 17.
Here's snapped, spotted down. It is up and it is good. That will make it 34-17. TCU making it 34-17. Andre Davis scored on a 3-yard run. Now they're ready to kick off. Kicking into the wind. They've pooch kicked it most of the day today. This is very short and going to the sideline and will roll out of bounds at the Aggie 38. And the flag went down when the ball rolled out of bounds at the 38. The Aggies will have the option there. Gross, Thomas will be the running backs. 1st down and 10. Thomas is going in motion to the right side, and it's going to go to Cliff Gross on the handoff as they cross him up, and Cliff will get about 7, close to the 45-yard line. 34-17, Texas A&M. Snap it, hand it off again to Thomas, and Royal West will be waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd down and still 3. Be 6-0-1 in the conference. They have now won 26 consecutive home games with just 4 minutes away from making this official. Split back formation. 5-yard pocket. Pullick throws to the sideline. Caught by Byrne. And that was a nice catch as he takes it at the TCU 46 and then steps out of bounds. And still out over the ball is Ryan Kern. He's the center. In motion again goes Rodney Thomas. Runs in place till the ball is snapped. They hand it off again to Cliff Gross. And Cliff will take it across the 45 to the 43. And that's the fan balloting on the Exxon 100-year team. Here's play action. Pullick sets up. Deep pocket. Throws deep over the middle. Has a man, overthrew him at the 5-yard line. That was Ryan Matthews. Good defensive coverage that time from TCU at the 5. So congratulations. I want to thank all of those individuals, and I want to thank all of our fans who voted. Here's 3rd down and 7. Split backs again. And it's a draw to the backfield to Gross. Gross will pick up a 1st down and more as he looks like he stares a flag down as he going to the 25-yard line. He looked like a pinball bouncing off of TCU players as he went to the 23, but there's a flag down at the 36-yard line.
And a late flag.
And holding against Texas A&M, rub it out.
Well, that flag was thrown after he was 20 yards down the field, but apparently a holding call.
3 wideouts here on the left side, one of which is Rodney Thomas. The single setback is Smith. There's a lot of pressure. Going to throw it over the middle to Smith. Caught from behind and slung to the ground at the 46-yard line. He got a yard on that.
During their career.
Looks like they're going to take this time out to give the fans an opportunity to show their appreciation for all the seniors on this ball club.
RC has asked them all to go out on the field, and they're going to get a big hand here. They've never lost at home. They've never lost a Southwest Conference game. I think that's a great gesture. They're all out there.
What a touch of class this is. They took a timeout so the fans could show their appreciation to the seniors on this undefeated ball club.
And now they come back off. Anyway, coming up, Tommy Tuberville and Steve Emsminger on the postgame show to wrap up the 1994 season. And it has been a very good year for the Aggies. And now here is a punt situation. Sean Terry will take the snap from center, standing at the A&M 39-yard line. Snap it. Outside pressure. And is a good kick. It may have been James Bennett rather than Terry. Bennett just kicked the ball. It was Bennett, number 47, and not Terry. And Nocky stays in at quarterback. They come out with a heavy eye, and it goes up the middle to Davis, skips over the line of scrimmage at the 20, and pulls his way to the 26-yard line. So call 1-800-341-1522. 1-800-341-1522 to subscribe. Second down and 4. Nocky takes the snap, rolls right, sets up at the 18, throws, and it's going to be caught by Oliver at the 39. Gets by a man, 30, closing on him at the 20, at the 10, will get in for stepped out of bounds at the 9. Stepped out at the 9, Oliver.
64-yard play for TCU.
That's the longest pass play they have this season. First and goal at the 9-yard line, TCU. Come out with a heavy eye. Pitch it to Davis. He's coming back this way, stringing it out. Now he's going back the other way. He's being chased. Now he's coming back. He's back at the 20. Now he's going to be dropped back at the 25.
That's fitting. Antonio Armstrong finally handcuffs him. Takes him down for a
16-yard loss.
16-yard loss all the way back to the 24-yard line. But boy, is he quick.
Second down and goal from the 24. Single setback, 3 wideouts to the left side. That's the open side. Pumps, now screen right, set up and dropped and then blasted. There's going to be a late hit on the Aggies, Teifel McMullen. And RC is livid right now.
I don't know how they expect the player to know whether or not he caught that football. It's just incredible to me.
RC is bending the ear of the official here on the sideline. Now he's giving it to the other one. He's still talking to him. I agree with you there. That ball was there, and then Teifel was there, and he was already in motion toward the receiver.
45 seconds left in this one.
No, it's a new set of downs. It's first and 10. First and 10 from the 12. RC even lost his hat there a moment ago. First down and 10 from the 12. Nocky, 3-yard drop, throws to the right side, and it's caught at the 7. Clock will continue to roll at 39 seconds. Well, now in the last 54 ball games, the Aggies will go 47-6-1. They will now win 26 straight home games. In the Southwest Conference since 1985, the Aggies are 37-1-1. And then again, A&M now has scored at least 27 points in 33 of the last 50 games, make it 34 of the last 51. Second down and 5 at the 7. TCU out of timeouts. Split backs. We have 36 seconds to go in the game. Shallow pocket. Throw the ball. Knocked away at the goal line. And it'll be defensive pass interference in the end zone against the Aggies' Billy Mitchell. And again to the line of scrimmage come the Frogs. 3 wideouts here on the right side. Split end to the left is Collins. Rolling right, Nocky. A lot of pressure. Throws. Incomplete into the end zone. Trying to get Davis. Nocky hit as he was throwing back at the 20. He had Graham closing on him. Two guys flexed out here to the left. 2 wideouts on both sides of the ball. Motion from Collins. Snap it. Throwing toward the end zone. Knocked away on a nice play by Hendricks. Intended for Collins at the goal line. Hendricks knocks it away. Throwing back to the right. Rolling right. Nocky. Third down and goal. 2 wideouts to the right side. 2 running backs. 1 flex to the right. Nocky from the 2. Waiting for the snap. Counts. Takes it. Delay. Davis caught. Dropped at the 10. Delay out of the backfield, dropped at the 10, Davis.
And it'll be 4th down. TCU has no timeouts. I don't think they'll get for the 4th down play off.
Let's see if they do. Down to 10, down to 9. They're trying to get lined up. Down to 6, down to 5. Aggies trying to run somebody out on the field. They won't do it. Send him back off. Shotgun. Time ran out. Snap the ball. It's all over with. There's a flag. There is a flag down at the 5. There's a flag down.
That's fitting for this ball game. It ought to end on a penalty.
There is a flag down at the 5. What are they going to do?
Wave it off.
Wave it off, and the game's over with.
Best call they've made today.
The 2 teams have gone out on the field to shake hands, and TCU never got the 4th down play off. Time had run out as I think one of the Aggies jumped off sides, but time was already out, and I think they just elected not to try to get everybody back on the field.
it feels good to send them out undefeated. You know, we never lost a game here. I haven't lost a game here yet either, you know, and I don't plan on to next year either. But, I mean, it feels good that, you know, they're leaving out of here knowing that they never got beaten home. You know, they can say they were the kings of the SWC. You know, in 4 years, they can say that. They can say no team in this conference ever beat them. And I think that says a lot, you know, because that's what we love. We love football, you know. We wouldn't be playing if we didn't love it.
We talked about the feeling of winning and pride in yourself. It's not that your name is written in a book somewhere. You don't get, that's not what brings your enjoyment to you. And so, yeah, they put my name in a book. That's not what's meaningful about championships. People that say stuff like that haven't won championships. Championships are important when you've gone on the field and you've won it and you feel it and you walk off and you got your head held up and you say, yes, I won that game today, or we won these games this year, and we in our hearts know that we lined up on the field and we played them across the board and we won the games. Our name will not go down in the record book as champions this year, but in our hearts, we know that we lined up week after week with every team in this league, and we know that the conference race would have been over 2 weeks ago had we been eligible to go. And, you know, so it's one of those things that people, taking this statement out of context, you can make something out of it. I'm saying for my team and for my coaches, the satisfaction we got was having our backs against the wall with everyone shooting at us and everyone betting against us to say we'll take that challenge and we'll go through there, and when it's all smoke settled, then we'll let the rest of you play to see who's going to finish second. And we did that. They won't show it in the record book, but if you want to talk about the games or whatever, then that's the way it is.